Mr. Speaker, I rise in support of the amendment as well as the basic bill. And as you look at this bill and this amendment, I encourage everyone to consider for a moment that the underlying problem is that we tax property. And the concept of what's fair and what's considered to be a fair share is in the eyes of the beholder. If you take a look at some of the concerns we have about the pending bankruptcy of the Commonwealth, we're there. Illinois is already there. When you talk about providing a property tax to an apartment building, it's an absolute myth that those tax increases are not passed on to the tenants. We've done a tremendous disservice to the young college students who are graduating, coming to work in Pennsylvania, where they're finding their rental payments going up every year 5 to 6 to 7%. They're not reaping the benefit of 3.5 to 4% mortgage interest rates as we are if you happen to be fortunate enough to own a home. They are not benefiting from the largesse that's happened from the Federal Reserve. When you consider the concept of underassessed, what happens if you consider the concept that this is revenue neutral? What happens to the issue when you reassess all properties and recognize some that have done well and some that have not? Property taxes in and of themselves are inherently unfair, and I encourage you all to read the book by Meredith Whitney, The Fate of the States, in which the coming perspective of what would happen to the Northeast and to the West Coast has already been set in motion. You have an opportunity today with passing this amendment and by passing this bill to allow us to put the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania back on a firm footing financially, to begin the financial rescue of the Commonwealth and reverse the trend that started in the 1930s when we started to lose population such that our representation in Washington, D.C. has declined by over almost 50% in the past 100 years. Property taxes and these spot appeals actually disadvantage taxpayers. Businesses pass on any increases in property taxes to either the consumer or to the tenants, and if they're not able to, they go bankrupt. Mr. Speaker, I rise in support of the amendment and as well as in support of the basic bill, and thank you.